It's an odyssey and it's a spectacle. It's a comedy. It's filled with action, and it's a mirror of the sign of the times of where we are today as a society.
Lawrence, and that's why I mentioned that Sally Port. So apparently it occurred when detainees were being brought into this Sally Port. This shooter, we're not sure exactly where he was located, but was able to shoot into that Sally Port and struck at least 3 people. That shooter now is down from the self-inflicted wounds.
Moviegoers are in for something truly unique, an action film with political commentary, at times dark and provocative.
Early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
I'm tired.
Yes, it is so tiresome that we have to talk about yet another example of how out of touch Hollywood is. We have all known that they are for years now, and you would think they would be somewhat aware of the fact that the public is turning on them, but no. Hollywood keeps chugging along as if nothing is wrong, and we the people who view their products are the problem. Case in point with the recently released film of One Battle After Another, written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, Tiana Taylor, and Chase Infinity. The plot per Wikipedia follows as such. The film follows an ex-revolutionary, DiCaprio, who must rescue his daughter from a corrupt military official, Penn. The film opened on September 26, 2025 and garnered outstanding reviews from critics all around, as you see here with the Rotten Tomatoes, with the scores currently sitting at a 96% critic score and an 85% audience score. With the glowing reviews, the great director and writer, the great cast, the simple to follow along plot, you would think this would be a bona fide hit, right?
Wrong.
Well, you would be totally wrong. This film is 100% pure and simple propaganda. Leftist progressive propaganda to be exact. I'm gonna be real with you. I have not seen this film, nor do I intend to. But you might say, well, how do you know it's leftist propaganda if you haven't seen it? I mean, come on, it's pretty obvious that it is from the trailers, and knowing the politics that Hollywood holds, it's pretty obvious. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see what they are portraying on screen. It's the same old shit that Hollywood and the left has been obsessed with forever. White people / society bad, black people are heroes, domestic terrorists are the good guys fighting for justice, blah blah, shut the hell up. Take DiCaprio's character in the movie, for example. Judging from the trailers and some of the reviews online, you can clearly tell that he's the stereotypical goofy white guy that doesn't know what's going on, is a bumbling buffoon who can't do anything and always needs saving.
I'm so fucking tired.
I know people have been asking this for a while, but it's really ramped up in recent years. But can't the trope of the clueless, useless white guy just go extinct? It is so tiresome to see literally every new movie that comes out now and see white guys portrayed in a bad light. Every single time. It wouldn't be that big a deal if it was every once in a while in a movie that the white guy was portrayed as dumb, but like I mentioned, it's all the time now. The left argues, well, straight white males are the biggest threat to society.
Fucking racist.
Thank you.
Says who? Freaks like you? Fuck you! We literally built the goddamn Western world, you ungrateful fucks. And let's not even begin to dive into the old played out stereotype of the hip black female being the smart one, always saving the day. Hip hip black power, yo! Black liberation, Black Panthers, fuck you! Believe me, we are all sick and tired of that trope. I mean, look at this. A black chick who's pregnant firing a machine gun. Ooh, how progressive and radical, man. It's just cringe. Stop it. On the same topic, can we please stop hiring these ghetto ratchet-ass actresses to play these roles?
And this is like PTA with a big budget. How exciting is that? You know, like, let that man cook. And I say it all the time. Let him cook. Because he's chefing. Let him cook. Because this is him when he's cooking. It's just like... yeah. Whoa.
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Every movie and TV show nowadays has the strong black woman who takes no shit from anyone. Can you all just fuck off? If there is a movie with one of these strong black women, they're almost always in a relationship with a white dude, which wouldn't be a problem if it was once in a while, but you see it everywhere, including commercials. Can we not have a movie where someone is romantically involved with someone of the same skin color? Is that so hard to ask? I don't find interracial dating a problem, but it would be nice to see a couple once in a while that look like they belong together. Most people, statistically speaking, want to date and marry someone of their own race. It's biology. It's not good or bad. It's the way we were designed. I don't know what the studio was thinking releasing this movie at a time like now. The whole month of September really has been a shitstorm. You had the brutal assassination of Charlie Kirk near the beginning of this month by a deranged leftist who had anti-fascist writing on the bullets. Next, an ABC station was shot up by a deranged leftist. You had a wedding shot up by someone who yelled "free a certain country in the Middle East," which I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, but we all know the country they're talking about. And after all that, literally a day before this movie was released, there was another leftist who shot up an ICE facility in Dallas, killing 2 detainees, which you saw at the beginning of this video. Those bullet casings had anti-ICE writings on them. With all those terrible events that have happened, the studio still thought, hey, you know that movie we made about domestic terrorists attacking government buildings? Let's still release that. Luckily, it seems that the public are slowly starting to wake up to the fact that we, on the internet, have known for years now, and that is, Hollywood hates us. Over the opening weekend, the film made a total of $22 million domestically and $26 million internationally for a grand total of $48 million. Those would seem like good numbers, except for the fact that the reported budget for this film was said to be somewhere in the ballpark of $130 to $175 million, with another reported $70 million for marketing. Which means that the film has to reach a minimum of $300 million in order to break even and potentially turn a profit. Now, could this film have strong legs and last a long time in theaters? Sure. A lot of films do. It happens all the time. Do I think this particular film will? I'm gonna say no. Typically, the opening weekend for films is the highest earning weekend of a film's release, with each subsequent week dropping in revenue. One battle after another, opening to only $22 million domestically against a hefty $130 million budget on the low end, means this film needs to have extremely strong legs in order to make profit, and I just don't see that happening given the strong political themes of the movie and the current political climate we are living in. Which is a shame, because despite the very in-your-face flaws the movie has, it does have some redeeming qualities. For one, most of the cast are great actors. DiCaprio always knocks it out of the park whenever he signs on for a role. Benicio del Toro is always a delight to see. And Sean Penn, despite being a raging leftist, can deliver a solid performance when given the right script to work with. The film is also directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, the guy who directed Boogie Nights starring Mark Wahlberg, an absolute classic. He also made Punch Drunk Love starring Adam Sandler, another good one. And let's not forget that he directed There Will Be Blood, starring the otherworldly Daniel Day-Lewis, who some say is the greatest living actor today. He's a fantastic director who usually knocks it out of the park, and most of his films don't have a strong, heavy political message from either side. His last film, for example, was Licorice Pizza. It was a young adult romance drama set in the 70s with very little messaging of any kind, which makes one battle after another even more frustrating. I don't know if he suddenly had a change of heart, which could be, or if he wanted to make another movie and people in Hollywood wanted him to include leftist messaging in it. I don't think we'll ever know the full truth. The bigger question at large is when, if ever, will Hollywood learn that nobody agrees with their messaging? Nobody, especially today, likes the progressive ideology of white people bad, we need to tear down and start over, etc., etc. Hollywood and the left, they live in this fantasy world where Antifa, who's a designated terrorist organization now, are the heroes marching through the country, liberating the oppressed people from the oppressive government. Oh, please. For one, they can't even fight. Look at this shit.
All right. Chill.
Yeah, dude, let's go. Let's get out of here. Thank you, Fred, for saving me there. He came for you with a knife in his...
That's what will happen to Antifa if the left and the right actually do come to blows and a full-blown civil war breaks out. The left will get demolished before they even have a chance to mobilize. With all the Hollywood propaganda propping them up and having the culture been on their side for the better part of a decade, they will think that they got the numbers and the power to crush their enemies. But as they're currently finding out now, with all the National Guard being deployed all over the US in places like Portland and Chicago, they aren't that fucking tough. Hopefully one day Hollywood will wake up and learn that they need to change, but I fear that day is long away from now. In the meantime, guys, focus on other things. Stop giving money to people who hate you and want you dead. That's the only way these people will learn, is if we just cut them off.